Hi, this is the HV Deca Titan card. I'm Alex.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Zane.
You may be asking yourself, what is the Titan discount card? It's rather simple. The Titan discount card is a discount card made by the Hidden Valley Deca Club in order to generate a profit during the COVID-19 pandemic. Our goal was to create a card that featured a variety of local businesses throughout the Roanoke Valley, many of which these businesses are locally owned and are also alumni from the HV Deca Club. With this card being made, we have a single 5 vouchers and 15 reusable discounts. The Titan card was designed by ourselves, and we also reached out to many members in our community and school in order to gather a list of businesses they would like to see on the card. With collaboration of Plast Cards in Monroe, New York, we were able to print 1,000 cards total. 500 of our cards would be Deca lacrosse, Deca, and 500 would be lacrosse. All of these cards, including shipping and handling, was $899, with each card being 90 cents to be made. The price of our cards total to be sold is roughly $20 because we were able to evaluate that with our 5 single-use discount cards, consumer would make roughly $30 back. Our total revenue is about $9,100 from the HV Deca cards alone. And then once you start looking into the HV boys lacrosse team, we are able to make a $3 revenue per card.
So here's the actual Titan card. The card consists of deals such as free appetizers, BOGOs, discount/dollar amount off of total purchases. The card has many different businesses throughout the Roanoke Valley that are not only popular, but also give really good discounts. The card also has some businesses created by former Hidden Valley Deca members. The front of the card consists of the card itself and the 5 single-use discounts with the logo on them. And the card is also blue and gold to represent our school colors. The back of the card is in black and white in order for it to be easy to read. The back consists of the restrictions that apply to the one-time use discounts, and the card itself consists of the name of the companies, where they're located, and the discounts that they offer.
Next, I'd like to take a look at the rationale behind the creation of the Titan card. In the previous school year, Hidden Valley Deca organized 2 primary fundraisers. Those were football concessions and the fall formal. But due to the restrictions on the amount of people that could gather, that canceled out the fall formal, as well as postponed the football season and limited the amount of fans that could view the games, making these fundraisers virtually impossible and forced us to seek new fundraising ventures. The Hidden Valley Deca Club had already shown some interest in the Titan card-like project, but they never reached the design process of the card. And so as a result, from the interest in this type of project from the club sponsor, it simplified our choice to choose the Titan card as the club's main fundraiser for the year. And it also provides marketing students with an opportunity to practice their skills, their selling skills outside of the classroom and put them into a real life environment, which can be very beneficial for learning. And so a few of the organizations that benefit from our project include Hidden Valley Deca, as I've already touched on, but I haven't touched on the expansion opportunities that it provides us. We can add more businesses, we can remove more businesses if our consumers find that the products and the services weren't up to their expectations. And we can also lease the card out to more clubs and sports teams like we've done with the Hidden Valley men's lacrosse team. And as I talk about the men's lacrosse team, they benefit because they're given a fundraiser where most of the work has already been done for them. And all they have to do is sell the cards. So the work to profit rate is very beneficial to them and will be very beneficial to any other clubs and sports teams that join our project. I skipped over the Roanoke Valley partner businesses that benefit from this, but benefit from the Titan card, but they benefit because they're able to make some money off of our consumers, as well as it acts as advertising. If once the card expires, consumers enjoy the products and services, that these businesses had to offer, they'll be more likely to come back when the time card is expired and they don't get any discounts on those products and services. Class cards, the printing company benefits because they're able to make some money off of printing our cards. And lastly, as I already touched on, marketing students benefit because they're able to practice their skills in a real life environment.
So this is the basic rationale for creating the Titan card. We wanted to have a safe fundraiser that would follow the COVID-19 guidelines so everyone could stay safe. We also needed to have a fundraiser for all of our activities we do this year. We do SLC, DLC, and many other activities like Buffalo Wild Wings Night, all of which require money to do. So we didn't have a fundraiser to do that, so we needed a way to raise some money. And finally, we didn't have any of our fundraisers this year. Like Nathan said before, the football concessions were canceled and the fall formal was canceled, which those two combined make $7,000 for us. So we really needed something to generate revenue for the club this year. And that's why we created the Titan card.
Our project management tools varied widely. We used Excel in order to create a list of our businesses and deals. That same sheet on Excel was used to show other businesses who would be on our card. This would give them the idea that if another business who they already rival with is on there, then someone might choose them over their business because of the fact that they can get a discount somewhere else, which encourages them to sign up to be onto our card. We also use deals on our Excel sheet to give the consumers the idea of what they'll be saving and what they would like to see on the card so we could edit. Our Adobe Illustrator was provided to us by our school, and we used it to create our cards. My friend Nathan here he created a zip file where he designed the cards and he sent them to Plast Cards to be made. Our HV Deca and our Men's Lacrosse are our group organizations that we use to sell the cards. With both of these combined, we are able to reach across the valley widely. We are able to sell as many cards almost anywhere, all the way up to Vinton or Botetourt to some people who live up there. Our human resources are ourselves and our organization leader because we were able to work together in order to overview the entire project. And if we were to get off track, then we were able to get back on track by just seeing where we need to be and how we need to do it.
All right, now I'd like to talk about the project results. So at the beginning of our project, we set 3 goals that would determine if the Titan card project was a success. They were to obtain discounts for the Titan card, design and print the Titan card, and then sell the Titan card. The first goal was the one that proved the most difficult to complete, although we still completed it. And in fact, we overexceeded as we added 2 more single-use vouchers that added a total of $20 in value to our card. The only reason it proved a hindrance is because we added some businesses to our initial list that didn't end up joining. We had to find others. So this pushed our schedule back a bit, but it wasn't a huge deal, as I already said, because we added those 2 vouchers. The second goal went well. We were able to design the card and ship it off to Plast Cards in about a week and a half, and they were able to print it for us as quick as possible in about 2 weeks and get it to us. And so that goal went very well. The last goal was heavily impacted by the delay in the first goal, as we initially planned to open the selling window of our cards in the middle of December. But we had to push this back to the beginning of January because of the delay. And the reasons we initially planned to start selling in the middle of December were to market the cards as stocking stuffers, but they wouldn't become valid until the beginning of January. So even though we had to push it back to the start of January, it wasn't really that big of a deal, and we were still able to sell the cards reasonably well. And so, in fact, that leads me on to the last thing I'd like to talk about, which was our projected revenue. Our projected revenue is $9,100, and we are on track to meeting that goal. And in fact, this even proved our project a greater success, as in last year, as my colleague Zane touched on, and Alex also touched on, that our fundraisers in years past were the fall formal as well as football concessions. And from those, we made about $7,000, split about 50-50 at $3,500 a piece. So for our projected revenue to be over $2,000 more than our revenue in past years proves that the time card was a success, as well as the fact that, it's just, as well as the expansion opportunities I touched on earlier, the time card can prove to be a really big venture for the Hidden Valley DECA Club.
So in conclusion, the Titan card was a huge success. We were able to create the card to have many different discounts throughout the Roanoke Valley that were not only popular, but also gave good discounts. The card itself is very eye appealing and is easy to read, and also just attracts the buyer to buy the card. And it only took us 2 weeks to design and print the card. And finally, the actually selling of the card was a major success. We have almost generated $9,000 in total revenue. And once men's lacrosse team starts practice and starts selling, we can generate more revenue from them. Finally, I would just like to thank you for listening to our presentation, and I hope you have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.